Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Just gonna get right into it here. Still not feeling fantastic. But we gotta get a video out. We can't go another day without a video here. I'm gonna skip the recap for my voice's sake, and we're just gonna get right into today's picks. So I'm gonna come in with today's lock of the day. Energy is gonna be a little bit low too, because I am just not feeling good. All right, so lock of the day is going to be coming from the Tampa Bay Lightning. The huge thing that we're gonna have in this series, at least for the beginning, until we kind of get a feel for these two teams and how they play against each other, is obviously Tampa Bay's been to the last two straight Stanley Cup Finals. So I was able to go back and look at between these two teams, or between the Lightning, and see who is their best performer and their worst performer when it comes down to it, really. And their best performer by far is going to be their star forward. Give me Nikita Kucherov, baby. Over 3.0 shots is today's lock of the day. He has played in all 11 of the Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 years, and he's either gone over or pushed in 9 out of 11 of those Stanley Cup Final games. Also on the road in those Stanley Cup Finals games, he's averaging 4.2 shots per game on the road. Of course, today they head over to Colorado, and so I'm liking the chances today for Nikita Kucherov to go over 3.0 shots. That 4.2 average on the road in the Stanley Cup Final is crazy. So we're going to lock that one in today as our lock of the day.
Real quick, if you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, make sure that you there's a link down in the description I have that automatically takes you to the App Store where you can download Underdog Fantasy. Also throws in my TAKEMYSHOT code when you guys sign up for that. So when you make your first deposit, it helps me out big time, as well as it gives you a 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you throw in $20, for example, you'll get actually $40, and they'll give you another $23 just to bet on for funsies, a little risk-free bets for fun. And so that is always nice as well to get those risk-free bets. Also helps me out, like I said, big time if you guys use my code TAKEMYSHOT. Because all my picks every single day are always going to be Underdog Fantasy picks. I think it's the best player prop betting app out there. With that being said, now let's get to today's picks.
All right, next up, we're going to actually have our first, I believe this is the first time I've ever done an NHL rival. We're going to do Steven Stamkos versus Cale Makar, straight up who takes more shots. And we're going to take Cale Makar here. Steven Stamkos has played in every single Cup Final game or series for this Tampa Bay Lightning in their franchise's history. In their Stanley Cup Final 2 years ago, they only played in one game versus the Dallas Stars. But he's played 15 Cup Final games, and he's only taken over 3.0 shots one time in his entire career. And in his last 5 games, and so in that last series last year versus Montreal, he only took 6 shots in 5 games. So he only averaged just a little bit over 1 shot per game. And Cale Makar is a completely different story. In this postseason, he's their #1 scorer. Cale Makar is for the Avalanche with 22 points. He's also averaging 27 minutes per game on ice. So he's almost out there for literally half the game, which is crazy to think about. Last game for him, he had 1 goal, 4 assists, and 4 shots. Had an insane game to close out Edmonton. That's just the kind of guy that Cale Makar is. So I'm liking this matchup more for Cale Makar's favor than Steven Stamkos. If you even wanted to go just straight up under on Steven Stamkos, that's also not a bad bet. But I'm liking Cale Makar to take more shots today than Steven Stamkos, who just hasn't really shown it in his finals history, or his Cup Finals history. He's never really had that great of a game. So I'm liking Steven Stamkos here under, or to take less shots than Cale Makar today is our second pick of the day. All right, and our last pick of the day is going to be Victor Hedman, under 2.5 shots today. Here's a big thing for this play. Braden Point is supposed to come back today. As far as I know, everything shows that he's supposed to play today. If he plays today, it takes a lot of shots away from other players like Victor Hedman today. They've had him at 3.0 shots this entire playoffs. So for him to go down to 2.5 shows that they're like, hey, Braden Point's going to take some shots from him. So I'm liking his under today. In their matchup, they matched up earlier this season. He only took 1 shot in that game. And Braden Point took 8 in that game, as well as Nikita Kucherov, I think, took like 6 or 8 shots as well. It was a big shot game for Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov. Also in his history, he's played in 2 of these Stanley Cup Finals with the Lightning. He's never gone over in Game 1 or Game 2 to start a series. He has better games to finish out series. But Victor Hedman has never gone over at the start of the series, so I'm liking Victor Hedman under 2.5 shots today to round out our perfect 3 slip. Which means it's time to recap our perfect 3 slip. Our lock of the day is Nikita Kucherov over 3.0 shots. Give me Cale Makar to take more shots than Steven Stamkos, and give me the under for Victor Hedman's 2.5 shots today. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Sorry for being shorter and quicker. I just needed to kind of get it out today. Didn't want to miss another day. Didn't want to miss another important game. Hopefully this bug can kind of fall off by tomorrow. I really don't know. I'm normally not a guy who gets sick for very long, but I'm pretty sick and I don't know why. But it is what it is. We still gotta pump out these videos. I will catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.